Hey everybody, welcome back. If you carry a firearm every single day, then you already know it's more than just a piece of gear. It definitely is a responsibility. We're going to be talking about some training today. I'm going to share some things that I do and a couple of things that's come across my desk that help. Your own vigilance and your own preparation are key to your success. Your EDC is not just a grab and go item. You're going to need to be 100% comfortable and prepared, and that means knowing your gun inside and out. Let's talk about training. It's not just knowing how to shoot. There's much more involved in carrying a firearm every day. You need to train like you carry. I coached high school basketball for 20 years at the varsity level, and decision making was one of the things that we actually spent a lot of time on. Not just being a good player or a good shooter, actually making the decisions was a key point for us. You're going to need to practice from your draw position. You're going to need to practice how you're seated in your vehicle, how you're seated at your desk. Draw from that holster as much as you can. Simulating any situation that you come across each day is a great idea. Simulating that stress and any situation that you're going to be in is a great spot to start. That regular training is what comes into play when you're in a high stress or a uncomfortable situation. This is a P80 with a Dryfire precision slide and barrel, and this gun mostly lives on my desk. Sometimes if I'm in between calls or something that I can turn my camera off on, you'll find me practicing my trigger squeeze. The folks from Dryfire magazine have sent a magazine for me to show you, and I met these guys at the NRA show a couple of months ago, and I actually bought one of these magazines for my mom. But her being comfortable with the gun to actually carry it was step one. So that comes from shooting quite a bit. That also comes from her just handling the gun. I enjoy having a unloaded gun at my reach that I can just kind of pick up and feel and just be comfortable with the gun in my hand. Since she's not a super experienced shooter, I told her to get comfortable with the gun being unloaded. Now, having no magazine and a clear chamber is key for this, but you're going to just, when you're around the house, put this gun in the holster. Maybe when you walk by a mirror, practice your draw, but just get comfortable having the gun on your body is step one. Then you can venture out a little bit. You could even potentially do an unloaded chamber and just rounds in the magazine as level 2 until you're upping your skills and your awareness and your abilities. Ultimately, your control over that trigger is the main safe part. And that's true for Glock pattern guns like the striker fired one here. It's also true for guns that have a manual safety on the slide. Being comfortable with where your finger is and that you're not going to engage that trigger is key. So Dryfire makes a cool product for this. Here is their Dryfire magazine, and it looks like a standard Glock magazine. It's their own proprietary design, and up here at the top, it's got this little spring and an engagement with the trigger on the inside of your gun. This goes in just like a regular mag. You're going to chamber a round. There's no round in the chamber, but you're cocked now, and that spring is now going to reset your trigger for you. So now you are able to continue with the factory trigger, and it's real close to a factory feel as well, without having to chamber it each time. Additionally, if you wanted to do this, you would have to cock the gun each time in order to get that same trigger feel. But now with the Dryfire mag, we can reset that trigger automatically with no more racking. So I can think of a couple of scenarios where this is a really great idea for you to use for training. If you're walking around the house, maybe you're level 1 and you're getting comfortable with it. If you have this magazine in here, number one, you know the gun's not loaded, okay? And so you can be safe with your draws. We can practice coming up on a mirror. We can practice handling the gun and manipulating the gun, all of those things with this Dryfire mag. And we can get that trigger reset and practice some shots. The second way I foresee this as being a great addition to my training, I get to the range quite a bit. I usually go once or twice a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, but I usually try to go once or twice a week. Having the ability to work on a draw and a squeeze at my desk has been really great. I'm going to be curious because I've had this for about a month now, but only the last couple of weeks I've been really working with it, is I'm hoping that my trigger reset could lead to some faster, more accurate shots. I can work on my sights and my alignment. Now, they do also have a model that has a laser and some other more high-end things. These mags are around $100, and the laser simulator situation that they have is a little bit more. I'm gonna work with my mom and make sure she's comfortable. She has a Glock 43 sized one, and I went ahead and chose the Glock 17 sized one. That way I can use it in my 17s and my 19s. They definitely have these available for all sorts of models. Safety is paramount. A negligent discharge, something like that, could be absolutely life-altering for you or someone else if they're involved. Always follow the basic firearm rules. Treat every gun like it's loaded. Never point that thing at anything you don't intend to shoot. Keep that finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. The last one is know your target and what is beyond your target. It's not just your safety that's at stake, everyone around you's safety is at stake, and you need to take that seriously. I have a link for Dryfire. I also have a blog where I've written a couple of training and safety things in there. Click that link, you can find the deal for the Dryfire mag. You can check out their cool laser simulator. YouTube thinks you'll like this video right here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.